What is up, vinyl community and the YouTube world? Kendall Stokes coming at you with another video for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. This is probably the fourth or fifth time I tried to start this video. I had a lot of interruptions. That's what happens when you got young kids at home. But it is Sunday afternoon. Wanted to get this video done and out of the way. I got some stuff going on today. But I want to talk about my trip to the record bar for the Thursday Night Live Facebook Live show. It was a lot of fun. I've done this before last year, but I did it with my wife, Lindsay. This time it was just me. You know, a little mini vacation, I guess you could say. Tony, if you don't know who Tony is at the record bar, he's the owner, proprietor, all that good stuff, as well as Donna, but Donna was not there. Although, I saw Donna, but she had plans, and that's one of the reasons why they were shorthanded. And then they were shorthanded more due to some unforeseen things that came up. But he told me earlier in last month that, hey, we're gonna be shorthanded. If you can help out, that'd be awesome. And I said, I'll be there. Lindsay wanted to come, but she couldn't, so it was just me. But, you know, if you haven't been on Facebook for a record bar Thursday Night Live show, it's a lot of fun. You know, we get, you know, anywhere from 50 to 100 people online watching. It's a fixed price, record sale, new vinyl, restocks, used, and sometimes collectibles as well. It's just a lot of fun. It goes on for about 2.5 hours, and we kind of just, you know, talk and chat while selling the records. You know, Tony's very, very fun, of course, and Donna's always fun. Doug, Shelly, Julie, Lauren, you know, anybody that is there, they make it a lot of fun. And so I went to help, and even though I wasn't on camera, I was working the feed. I was reading the comments, letting people know when somebody purchased something, and it was a lot of fun. And Tony kept calling me a natural at it, which led to my nickname that he gave me of Roy Hobbs. If you've never seen the movie The Natural, you won't understand, but if you have, you'll know. So it was a lot of fun. You know, I'm hoping to make it an annual monthly thing, maybe. I got to figure out my scheduling for that, but I'd love to do it every month if at all possible, because it's fun. I have a great time out there with those guys. You know, I try to go out there and visit as much as possible, not just for Thursday Night Live stuff, but just for the fun of it. You know, they're good people, and love calling them my friends. So, but I want to talk about the records that I picked up. I did some shopping for records before and after the show. I didn't buy any records during the show because I figured that wouldn't be fair to the people that were watching. You know, I could have easily grabbed the record instead of them, but I was like, that's not fair. That's not the right way to do things. Just let them get stuff and then pick through the stuff afterwards if there's good stuff after, which there always is. Like I said, before the show, I did a little bit of shopping, and then after the show, I did as well. And the stack here is the stuff that I got, and that's what I'm going to talk about. First thing I want to show is this record here. This is not from myself, but for my 15-year-old daughter, who is a huge fan and will be very excited for this Phoebe Bridgers album that I picked up. I don't really know a lot about Phoebe Bridgers. I just know that she's very popular with the teenage crowd, my daughter being one of them. And it's not a record that is around a lot and at stores, so when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get that for her. She's gonna be super excited. Haven't given it to her yet. I will, but not right now. And then I picked up some used records and a couple of new records. And this is the first one that I saw and picked up that I wanted. And yes, it's Eric Clapton. Everyone knows I'm a huge Eric Clapton fan. But this record right here is his 4th album. It's called No Reason to Cry. And normally when you find this record, it is beat and tore all to crap. The cover is normally faded and ripped up or whatever, but this thing is in great, clean shape. Kind of like that last Eric Clapton I showed a couple weeks ago. Another one of those ones that's always just torn and ripped and looks like crud. This one looks absolutely amazing. Again, this is his 4th album, not one that's super highly regarded, but I think it's a great album. He actually recorded this at the band's studio in Shangri-La in California. And basically, this is Eric Clapton and the band. They're the backing band. They do some vocals as well. Ronnie Wood of the Stones is also on this record, as well as Bob Dylan singing with Eric Clapton. So I think it's actually a very underrated album. I mean, just an all-star of players and people on this record. Hello Old Friend, I believe, is the one hit single on this record. But there's just a lot of good stuff on here. Again, very bluesy, of course, because that's just Clapton. But super excited to find this record and in such great shape. So excited to add it to my collection. It's on the RSO label, of course. This was actually his, no it wasn't, I'm sorry. RSO was a subsidiary of Polydor. And so RSO only lasted probably maybe about 5 more years before it was gone. But yeah, just very excited to add this to the collection. Like I said, just great shape. Never see it in great shape. I actually really love this cover. It's got the guitar pick right here. And then this is actually a sticker, some stickers from a shop that it came from a long time ago, which I'm sure is no longer around, Record and Tape Traders. So very cool. Very excited to add it. Listen to it. Sounds great. Vinyl's in great condition. A little bit of surface noise during the quiet parts, but for a record that's this old, it's not surprising. But when you play it, like the songs, there's no noise. You just hear the music. It's great. Super clean. Super happy to have it. This next one, it's kind of funny. This is a record that a lot of people are gonna be like, really? You added that to your collection? But growing up, I was a fan of this guy because of my dad, and then I found out Tony was a big fan as well, so we kind of reminisced about old Harry Chapin. This is Harry's live album, Great Stories, or Greatest Stories Live. This was recorded in like 1975 or 1976 in 3 days at 3 different shows in California. If you don't know who Harry Chapin is, great songwriter, storyteller, and so many of his lyrics are so complex that you're just like, wow, the fact that you would put that into words on a song is crazy. A lot of his songs tend to be long as well. His biggest hit obviously would be Cats in the Cradle. I'm sure everyone knows that song. It's been covered a million times. But other great songs of his are Taxi, as well as A Better Place to Be and WLLD. I love that one as well. But the one from this one that's heard a lot is the 30,000 Pounds of Bananas. That song is actually based on a true story about a truck accident that involves 30,000 pounds of bananas in Scranton, Pennsylvania. But what's funny about the version on here is that he tells how he wrote the song during the song, and that there were 2 different endings until he came up with the last ending. So it's about a 10-minute song because of that. But it's very entertaining. It's a 2 LP set on the Elektra Red label. I'm not gonna get out and show it. You know, this is not one of those records that when you find it, it's not in the greatest of shape. And this one's in okay shape. I'm not gonna say it was in great shape, but there's definitely a lot of surface noise. I cleaned it, even cleaned my needle, and that helped a little bit, but still a lot of surface noise. But I just really wanted his live album because he, like I said, as a storyteller, he tells stories before and after his songs too, not to mention during his songs. And so really cool. Like I said, bought this because I thought it'd be fun to have. So nice, excited to add that to my collection. My only Harry Chapin record I have. Probably will be the only one I ever have, but still, just a lot of fun. So this next one has a little bit of a story to it, because if you watched the show that night, when Tony was doing the red tub is more either collectible or just really nice used vinyl that maybe you don't see all the time, or just, you know, just great quality stuff. And he pulled out this record here, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. And when he showed it, I was like, ooh. And so everyone knew that I was interested in it, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. I don't need it. You know, maybe once the show's over, if it's still there, I'll get it. And everyone started going, oh, you need that album, Kendall, you know. And I was like, no. Well, for those that thought that I wasn't gonna buy it, yeah, I ended up with it. This is a super, super clean copy of this record. It's on the Epic label, which this was the first album that he released on Epic. So this is actually, I believe, his 5th studio album as a solo artist. He did 4 earlier ones on the Motown label. But when he did this one, when he moved to Epic, he said, I want to do a record that doesn't sound like the Jackson 5 or the Jacksons. I want it to just be me, and I want it to be different. And at this time, he had, this was the first album he worked with Quincy Jones on as well. There's some really good influences of pop, disco, dance on this record. This is what really broke him out of his shell and is an awesome record. If you don't have it, you know, it's amazing. Obviously, I think more people probably lean towards Thriller and then Bad and Dangerous, which I love those records too. I need to get a copy of Dangerous. But this is just a great record. And what Tony, I don't think, mentioned on the show and didn't realize until I looked at it, it's actually a Canadian first pressing. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Anytime you can get a pressing from a different country, even though Canada is just up north of us, and it might as well be an American pressing, it does say Canada on it, so that's cool. But this thing, like I said, is in amazing shape. Played it, sounds great, super quiet. What more could you ask for? But again, just a very underrated album. You know, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, Girlfriend, which is actually a cover of a Paul McCartney and Wings song. She's Out of My Life. Just a lot of good stuff on here. If you don't have this album, you do need to get it, because it really started the Michael Jackson journey of what would come of just amazing stuff afterwards. So great album, super excited to have it. They talked me into it, yes. The next 2 records I picked up are for my jazz fans out there. These are actually new copies of albums. We didn't show any jazz records that night. But the first one is Bill Evans, How My Heart Sings. It's on the Riverside label. Again, it's a reissue from like 2009. Great sound quality on here, you know, from the master tapes, I believe. If you're gonna get any of his stuff that's reissued, check the label. You want to make sure it's good label. And like I said, this is the Riverside, which it's technically jazz mastered or jazz original masters, but they used the Riverside label because that was the original. This came out in like 1962, I think. He recorded it same time as like Moonbeams, which I don't have a copy of that, but you know, originals of this are super expensive, of course, and hard to find. This is a brand new sealed copy from 2009, the last time it was reissued. And it sounds great. It just sounds great. Great trio stuff right here. Super happy to have it. And the last record I picked up, I was really excited to get, because this is a record that sold out online and you haven't really been able to find. The fact that they still had a new copy of it, I was excited. And it is Bill Evans' You Must Believe in Spring. Now this record, for those of you that don't know, this is one of Bill Evans' last studio albums that he ever recorded. It was actually released after his death in 1981, I believe, but he recorded it in 1977 or 78, I can't remember. But this is the 2 LP 45 RPM from Kraft. Matter of fact, let me just read the type sticker. It says, Evans' final recording sessions featuring Eddie Gomez and drummer Elliot Zygmunt, all analog, which is awesome. Remastered from the original tapes by Kevin Gray, who of course we all know does amazing things, and pressed at RTI. Like I said, this record right here is a great record and a great pressing from Kraft. Kraft, if you don't know Kraft, look them up. They have been starting to do a lot of good things. A lot of jazz, but also some newer stuff too. Like they've been doing some 90s and 2000s bands, and just been really good quality. Very impressed with them. But like I said, this record, it's not a cheap record, but finding it is hard. And when you do, it's normally aftermarket and the prices are marked up. So being able to get it at the right price, this was their last copy, so don't try to find it at the record bar right now. But I've been wanting this record for a while. Originals of this are hard to find as well. This actually just recently came out just a few months ago too. So just super excited to have it. some good stuff on here. There's actually a cover of the MASH theme's Suicide is Frightening, which sounds superb. Just really, really great. Bill Evans is just great. What can I say? But anyway, that is my nice little stack of records I picked up right here. Huh? Yeah. Like I said, I had a lot of fun on Thursday. I would encourage you to please go to the Record Bar Facebook page, like it, subscribe. I think you can subscribe, like it, and you'll be notified of any of the Thursday night shows that pop up. They always do Record Store Day. That's where I go for Record Store Day as well. But it's just a lot of fun, a lot of great people. I encourage you to go. As well, I would encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel. Tony let me do a little plug on the show, which was great for this channel. And I just want to make sure that you guys are liking and subscribing. And please leave comments as well. I appreciate the comments. I haven't gotten a whole lot, but when I have, I try to either respond or like them. But again, trying to get the channel to grow, so I would appreciate any help with that by liking and subscribing if you like what you see. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a great week and enjoy some great music, because it's out there. See you later, guys. Bye.